watching the NASCAR Amino Network.
Welcome everyone to the NASCAR Amino Network. We are live here with one of the greatest traditions in NASCAR history. We're here at Bristol Motor Speedway to run the annual Bristol Night Race. This is America's night race. This race is presented by Adrenaline Shock Energy, sponsoring everything except Chase Elliott's car. And what a great venue we're at today. Bristol Motor Speedway, opening in 1961, quickly became a fan favorite, known for its high banking and very fast speeds. It soon developed into a massive coliseum, the last great coliseum. Legends of the sport race all over, and this track has seen many different variations. It's seen progressive banking, it's seen 34 degrees of banking, it's even seen dirt put on its surface. But no matter what surface it is, it always has great racing. Whether it be side by side, multiple lanes, a dominant bottom groove, a dominant top groove, it doesn't matter. Bristol Motor Speedway always manages to put on a spectacular show for the fans, and has seen many great finishes in its time, many great bump and runs, and many great photo finishes. But this track remains very treacherous. It is narrow, it is steep, and it is very easy to make a lot of contact. Tempers will flare, fights will be had. Who will survive this? And its survival is important today as we open the round of 16. No one really is safe right now. Justin Ricci with a 36-point lead is the safest. Will he be able to hold on? Will anyone punch their ticket to the round of 12? There's only one way to find out. Introductions are underway. We'll be back right after this.
spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but fuck him, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Top's picking it up. Let's go. Listen anyway, he never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even in starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, but a picture connects, never asking for someone's help.
Deep down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the woods among the evergreens, there stood a log cabin made of earth and wood, where lived a country boy named Johnny B. Goode, who never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play a guitar just like a ringing a bell. Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go.
Well, you can tell everybody. Well, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Well, you can tell everybody. Well, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. I got all the answers to your questions. I'll be the teacher, you could be the lesson. I'll be the preacher, you be the confession. I'll be the quick relief to all your stressing. It's a thin line between love and hate. Is you really real or is you really fake? I'm a soldier, standing on my feet. Gonna catch a good time, even if it takes all night. Pass that bottle around the campfire, sipping apple pie moonshine. Yeah, we picking on them guitars, just right. Everybody singing Dixieland alive, like a barber on a wet line. We just trying to catch a good time. Way down here we all got that same drum. Take our time when we talking big. Yeah, it don't take much for us to have it all. Something about a night. Arms wide open, I stand alone. I'm no hero, and I'm not being stoned. Right or wrong, I can only tell I'm on the wrong side of heaven, and the righteous side of hell. The wrong side of heaven, and the righteous side of hell. Pull me to the edge and let me stay. Pull me in, I'll never push away. Such a good words that I can say. How it feels when you're with me. Seven night again. was possible. Hit cruise control and rub my eyes. The last 3 days, the rain was unstoppable. It was always cold, no sunshine. Yeah, running down a dream that never would come to me. Working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. Running down a dream.
Well, what to play? I think I'm gonna play the PlayStation 2. It's gonna be so good. Wait a minute, that's not the... No. That doesn't say what I think it says. No. No! No! No!
Hey, do you like playing games and getting in shape at the same time, you big ding dong? Well, boy, howdy, do I got something for you then. It's so good and you're just gonna love it so much. It's not Wii Sports, it's Wii Sports Resort! In this epic game of fitness, you can get fit on a resort.
I sure am skydiving.
Air sports, golf,
Oh, balls Mahoney.
sword play,
Get fucked. Ooh, yeah. Ah. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah.
wakeboarding,
Yeah. Oh. Hoo-yah!
frisbee,
Frisbee dog. Yeah.
archery,
That's what I'm talking about. Ooh.
basketball,
Huh. Help. Help. Huh. Yeah! 3 for Dale! Oh! Ah. Yeah! Oh, wait.
table tennis,
Damn it! Dang.
bowling, power cruising,
Oh, yeah! Here we go, Frippy! Wait, no, not Frippy.
canoeing. Wow,
Move out
look
the
at him
way,
go.
fellas. Move! Move! Oh, God! Move out of the way! Go to the other side!
Cycling. Wow, these have been great. Wii Sports Resort. Get it now!
Hey you, are you ready to get high off Christmas spirit? The ultimate Christmas miracle has arrived. Cater John sings the classic 6, the Christmas classics. You may know Cater Johns as a wannabe Santa Claus who harasses random people with Lifesavers Christmas storybooks during the holidays.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Enjoy! But did you know that Cater Johnson's professional singing can turn around the entirety of 2020 and get anyone into the Christmas spirit?
Did someone say Christmas?
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party of... Oh, yeah! Alright, here we go. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Oh yeah, walking home from our house on Christmas Eve. Silent night, holy night. Always, all I want for Christmas is you. Is you. This sacred album can be in your possession with one simple call to 1-800-RIP-EARS. Rip ears. 1-800-RIP-EARS. This ear sucks, okay? Just get...
You're watching the NASCAR Amino Network.
I'm Zachary Sterno in the booth today, joined by Alan Gonson and Connor Campos for this opening round of the playoffs. This is a great atmosphere. The crowds are packed, they are loud, we are ready to get underway.
More than 300,000 fans in this attendance.
One hell of a show tonight, and I expect a lot of chaos from the green flag to the checker flag.
Cars are now rolling off the pit road here. 16 teams have qualified for the playoffs. 17 teams total if you count the 83 in the owners' playoffs. All right, getting ready to go green. Quick winners picks.
I am going to say Justin Ritchie gets it done and locks himself into the round of 12.
Don't sleep on Paul Donlin, though. He's won the last two, and he's going for 3 in a row. I got the 32 winning this thing.
Interesting picks. Here comes Tyler King, the pole sitter, to lead them to the green flag. Not a great restart for him there. Lucy Fife around the outside. He's going to take the lead. Now he's got to hold off Ethan Farley in the 23.
I wonder if the 28 spot is tired because he didn't get a good start to this race because Lucy beat him to the line, and now Tyler's just trying to hang on for second.
Yeah, well, he's got some company on the outside. That's Ethan Farley in the 23 for Cyberstorm Racing with Caleb right behind him. Off turn number 4, Lucy Fife is going to lead lap 2 of 250. Long night here in Bristol.
Top three.
Tyler.
Top 3 now single file. Here comes Caleb Marinelli looking for third.
Ooh, could have gotten the bumper run there.
I mean, it's a little too early to start getting aggressive, but I mean, I don't blame Caleb for making the move early on, but it's definitely way too early to make some aggressive moves on people.
Zach Stern stuck on the outside.
Paul Donlin definitely disagrees. He has shifted from the inside to the outside, back to the inside, trying to get around that 82 car.
Yeah, they're still double file side by side behind our top leaders. As they go single file on the bottom, that's the preferred lane, and if you can run the bottom, you can run Bristol pretty damn well.
Oh, here goes Paul again. He's trying to make a move on Zach Stern. He might be able to get it right here.
We had a spin on the front stretch before. That's on the screen. Brian Leon goes around. Great save. Keeps it going. We stay green.
What a save by Leon, though.
Yeah, here he goes, and it looks like Paul couldn't get by Zach, so he's stuck behind the A3 car heading to turn 1, but he's definitely got some speed on their car, but he has to be patient early on.
Patience is one of the keys here at Bristol, but unfortunately patience is a virtue some of these drivers just do not have, as we have seen all season long.
Someone with very little patience that we've seen in the past is Ethan Farley. We've seen him make some very bold, very daring moves that we don't see a lot of people make, so keep an eye on him as these top 2 continue to battle. Ethan Farley might try to stick his nose in and take advantage.
All right, well, side-by-side racing back here. Side-by-side between Mooch and Campos. Campos is going to get the better of that one. Ethan O'Connor in the 88, chasing down the 06 of Anthony Sasso.
And sandwiching him are 2 Hose Mad drivers. Keep an eye on this Hose Mad team. They're rebranding to Racing is Forever next season. But more importantly, they won 7 of the 10 races last season. This is a team that won more races in the playoffs last season than they did in the regular season. So look for them to do the same thing this season as Kylee Greider tries to hold off James Omaki.
Kylee Greider in that 09 Dodge for Race Gaze. Chasing down Paul Donald in the 32. They go single file, 11 laps in. Ethan Farley running a very patient race, contrast to what we saw him do in Chicagoland, where he got really aggressive and then wrecked out.
A little impatient. I think he's ready to make a move on Lucy Fife, but he just can't find a way around her because he can't get that speed in the corners because the 28 car just doesn't have that acceleration that it needs to get through these corners.
Side by side between Paul Donald and Zach Stern. They sort that out. Stern hangs on to the position.
Greider are going to look now to the outside of the 32. Paul Donlin cuts her off. No moves there. Nate Wines getting in the Omaki Greider battle now.
Bad move. You don't want to be on the outside line, especially here at Bristol.
For the lead.
We got battle for the lead right here.
Tyler K's coming back to life from after spinning the tires on the start. Oh, and he might lose second to Farley. Oh, no, Farley's probably going to lose third to Caleb before that happens. And they keep it started out single file.
But now it's double file between those 2.
And now Paul Donlin gets back underneath the 82 again. See if he can finally get past him this time. Doesn't really look like it. And outside, it's a pretty good lane there. It's going to be very hard to get around these cars.
I think Paul Donald's ready to get by Zach Stern because Zach is just giving Paul Donald a hard time. I think he's been the only car to challenge Paul so far, and I think Paul's getting frustrated that Zach's just holding him up right here because it's definitely not going to help the situation to stay above the cutoff.
Zach Stern is also, whenever he is up in the high line, he's gripping it really well. You saw there he went much higher than anyone else has so far, and he made it stick. So 82's pretty much got a lane to himself if he wants to make some use of it.
Evan Taddy, who has an 18th place average finish on short tracks.
He does, however, have a win at Martinsville, so he's definitely no slouch at this track type. So he might be someone to keep an eye on later in the race.
Tyler King is just riding the back of that whatever car number that is, because Tyler's just getting impatient now. I think he's trying to bum trap Lucy 5 through the turns.
Lucy Fife is not an easy pass at all. Tyler King being half a lane lower. Lucy Fife not totally in that resin.
I don't think anyone's gone into that resin yet. I mean, some of them have dipped up there, but it just ain't working at the moment. So I guess riding the bottom's the right lane to go, because it's got to take some time to get the track used to.
Donlin to
Absolutely.
Oh, that's not good for Paul right there.
Nope, not good at all.
Gonna stay side by side. Big run off the corner. 3 wide, Greider to the inside.
He can't be doing that. He's putting himself in a horrible situation if they go 3 wide.
Terrible idea. Terrible idea. You do not want to go 3 wide at Bristol.
Donlin gets the spot.
Right move to calm down, because it's definitely way too early to get aggressive, as it's just been mostly calm so far. But the double file racing is definitely very risky here, because past races at Bristol have gotten chaotic whenever lap traffic or double file racing begins.
Is it a full moon out tonight? Because I feel like if there's a full moon out tonight, we're going to be in for a long night.
You never know here. Bristol is one of those chaotic tracks that everyone expects to be one of those shit shows.
Without a doubt.
Round of 16 as they run right now. No playoff driver in the lead, so no one would have a spot locked up. Tyler King
right as you say
have
that.
a huge advantage.
A lot of people are benefiting early on, as a few drivers have 20-point advantage, but I noticed Kate Bishop has a 12-point advantage, along with J.D. Bregler with only a few points above the cutoff. A lot of guys need to get going because their situation's not looking too good at the moment.
Yeah, these playoffs are going to be like the real test of these 16 drivers, and they gotta figure out how to race each other cleanly while racing the drivers who aren't in the championship cleanly and are just going for wins. So, gotta play careful.
Tyler King has to be the most frustrated man on earth right now. Over the last 3 races, fastest car, really not even a close comparison, and no wins to show for it. And here he is right now, much faster than the leader, and cannot get around her.
I think he has the speed in the world to dominate a race, but he just cannot piece it together. That's the one thing I've noticed whenever I watch these races. He knows how to run that pace very strong, but he just can't seal the deal. And I know that frustration is going to boil over at some point, and he definitely needs to use it as his playoffs goes on, because he really needs that win to get some confidence to avoid potential trouble later down in the playoffs.
Here he goes again for the lead.
Oh, he might have an opportunity.
A good
Yep, he might have it. Does he get it? And I think Tyler King's got the lead here. I might be wrong.
It's not over yet. Lucy Fife fighting back on that outside. Ethan Farley might get in the middle of this as Tyler King stuffs it in deep in 3 and 4.
Ethan's really good. I was about to say that Ethan might want to be really patient here, because if the top 2 screw up, he could pounce.
He's right.
Oh, here comes Caleb.
Right to the bumper of Lucy. That takes all the air off her spoiler, and now Tyler King is going to soar through to the race lead.
And it might give Caleb an opportunity to go to second. The 32 and 15 have climbed themselves into the picture, and one of them might benefit from the battle that Tyler King had.
Ooh, bad news for Tyler King, but good news for Caleb, who is trying to advance to the next round as well.
Paul Donlin right there as well. Here's Tanner Campos, who has been on the very fringe of the top 10 the entire day. Wow. I think Paul Donlin just tried to shove it in the middle 3 wide, and Caleb just had to back out.
Definitely losing his cool right now. These guys are going nuts, and he's just frustrated that he cannot find a way around these people, because they're just finding ways to block him off, and it's just going to start boiling over as the race goes on.
Well, I can tell you one thing. All 300,000 fans in attendance, they're probably getting their money's worth for this race so far.
Still side by side between Donlin and Ethan Farley. Now Omaki's trying to get in front of the 15 of Caleb Marinelli. A lot of non-playoff drivers really making their names so far. You've got Lucy Fife and Ethan Farley, second and third. Then you've got Omaki, Zach Stern, and Nate Wines also in the top 10. Alan Mooch also up there. 6 of the current top 10 are not in the playoffs.
I noticed that most of the playoff drivers struggled in qualifying, so it's very confusing on how many of them just didn't have the speed early on. But it's definitely a great night for these non-chasers to get an opportunity to run up front as their season preparation for Season 3 is starting to take shape here. But it's definitely good to see these non-chasers having a good night.
Yeah, and Cyberstorm Racing, now that because you brought up Ethan Farley and Luch, they're going through an overhaul for Season 3 with a brand new car making the Minion. So it's going to be interesting to see how that car runs.
With that team right now, they might have finally. It's a shame they're switching to a Minion. They looks like they've just now figured it out with Ford. Both cars now in the top 7.
Well, Paul Donlin's been having a lot of trouble with everybody in the top of the field all night long. So it's really unfortunate for Paul Donlin to be trying to go for 3 wins in a row, and he's just not had any opportunities to make any moves to get up to the front and lead some laps here.
He's been able to get underneath cars, but he's just not able to finish the pass. He's only really been able to make passes around the top. And Tyler King is gone.
That car is completely wounded up now. I think he's found his groove. I think he's going to have a good old time up front since he's got that cushion over Lucy Fife. And this is definitely something that Tyler King needs to build up as this race will develop longer runs potentially, as long as lap traffic doesn't find a way to screw things up.
Now that you said it, watch the lap traffic screw everything up for us because life is pain.
Here's a bunch of playoff drivers back here. Dylan Jones, this is around 20th. Dylan Jones, Patrick Roden, Trevor Davidson are back here. Brandon Allen all back, and then Justin Ricci, the regular season champion, struggling so far.
That 12 team came into the playoffs a little cold as they didn't finish in the top 10 in the last few races of the regular season. Even though they won the regular season title, that 12 team is looking pretty cold at the moment, and I'm kind of shocked that Justin hasn't found a way through traffic already, like how Tanner Campos and many others have.
Currently trying to work with his teammate Dylan Jones to get through the field. Really struggling right now as Brandon Allen gets to his back bumper and Justin Newman looks to the inside.
He needs to find the bomb right away because that high line's not going to help him that much. It might help him in the turns, but it's just not working overall. He needs to find a way back to the bottom and try to maybe move some people out of the way if he wants to have a shot at getting through traffic.
Ricci looking for his 5th win. This is his perspective. This is what running in the middle of the chaos at Bristol is like.
That's definitely where you don't want to be if trouble breaks out because he's definitely not helping the situation during this current run and potentially later on as you're on the verge of falling a lap down each lap because the leader's just catching the back of the pack every single lap while you're just running the middle line with no help or any opportunities to pass anyone. So he needs to make up some time now to avoid being lapped later in this race.
Yeah, Justin Ricci, 4 wins, and he hasn't won since what, Pocono? Dover, okay. It was Dover. Sorry, all of the Justin Ricci wins just blend together, and it's just like, oh my gosh.
Evan Todd
and
Tanner Campos side by side there. Kylee Greider is broken back into the top 10. Here's another update.
On to the inside.
Here's another look at the round of 16 as they run, and Paul Donlin is looking for second.
A lot of guys are benefiting. Oh, here comes Paul.
Yeah, Lucy left the inside open. Donlin looked to take advantage, and now I see it again. He's going to try the inside again. Lucy leaves it open for Donlin. Off turn 2, side by side.
Ooh.
Oh, Donlin keeps her trapped on the outside in 3.
Whoa, that was
he might get it.
That was a deep
It's
send.
a deep send, but it might work.
I think he got it. Not
No,
quite.
not yet.
There's still-
Lucy's
there's
fight
still
on the
battling.
outside.
Lucy Fife is showing the outside line can work here. It's unbelievable. She is holding her up, Paul Donlin. And Donlin's got the preferred lane.
It's just hard to make a move on the bottom when you're side by side with somebody. And Lucy's had the longest time out front to learn the high group, so she's definitely got the most experience so far of that of anyone. It's definitely going to play to her advantage later in this race, but she has to stay up front to keep that trick in her arsenal.
Oh, there might be some company, though. Ethan Farley's caught this battle for second. We got 3 cars battling for the position. Lucy back to the inside.
Look, and James Omaki is also right there. Lucy Fife. Well, only one other start on a short track. She led laps.
She
And
definitely
finished
has that
third.
part. Oh. Caleb and
Oh.
Tanner just put themselves in a horrible situation by going the high
Oh,
side. Caleb might
oh,
fix
bad
it, but
idea.
Tanner might screw himself over.
Uh-oh, bad idea. Bad idea. Tanner, what are you doing?
I think he's trying to get that high line to work, but I mean, it's not really been working for him. It's been working for a little bit, but it's not really working the best for him. And he just put himself in a horrible situation as he being passed by Kylee Greider and potentially Evan Taddy.
Yeah.
Kylie just shoved
For
it
a
up
while
the middle 3 wide. Realized she was not working. I didn't think this top is better than you're giving it credit for. That's 2, now 3 cars trying to pass Evan Taddy up top.
I mean, it's coming to life a little bit, but it's definitely not the best if you're racing in traffic because you're just holding yourself up by going to the high groove because it doesn't have that speed that you need when you're battling somebody for position.
And it's still side by. Oh, Tyler King's got lap traffic, by the way.
Tyler
Oh,
King.
it has.
Tyler King back at lap traffic. This is where Bristol really gets interesting. It can get strung out a little bit, but lap traffic has a way of bringing it all back together.
Yep.
Well, I mean, Tyler doesn't have to. Well, I mean, Tyler doesn't have to go completely impatient at the moment since he has a huge gap, but he has to be aware of these guys potentially catching him later on. So he needs to pick them off one at a time a little bit, but be aware that these guys could potentially catch him later down the run.
And that's the thing about lap traffic. You can run, but you can't hide.
That is very true.
Oh, Kylie Greider
Okay.
just about got a bump and run from Nate Wines.
Man, Nate is having a good time at his home track. He was definitely looking forward to this race since this is basically his home race, and he's actually having a good night so far. So hopefully that 38 team can piece together something here in tonight's race.
He's been running around the top 10 much of the day.
Yeah, good run for Nate Wines at his home track. So it's going to be interesting to see how he does as the race goes on. But I definitely think we should keep an eye on that 38 car.
Paul Donlin and Lucy Fife continuing to be side by side. We got a caution. Brian Leon. Contact.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, major
Big time
contact.
damage.
Oh, this ain't gonna be good.
There it is.
Massive damage to the front of the 5 car. A playoff contender.
Oh, JD's in
taken out.
it. Oh no, that's not good for JD.
Yeah, who else was involved? Oh my god, they're still not done.
Looks like Carter Owens may have. Ooh, Logan.
Oh,
Steve's
they're
gonna
still
go
wrecking.
around. Looks like Carter Jones either was involved in the wreck or was forced down pit road.
Oh, this is where the race is gonna get chaotic. Let's see a replay.
Oh,
Oh,
Tyler King, I don't think you're supposed to do that.
These drivers are not learning.
Oh, yeah, Carter was involved.
I feel bad for Lucy Fife, Ethan Farley, and Nate Wines. Each of them were having good runs, and both got caught up in this accident. As this is not what they needed to to start the end of the season. But a lot of people did not need this, as a lot of two host Mac cars got involved. That is definitely not helping their situation.
Nope.
I don't know. I really don't know what Tyler King was thinking there. He had all the time in the world to try to get around Brian.
I don't understand why he was impatient. He didn't need to do that. But I can't blame him for being frustrated with lap traffic, but you cannot wreck a lap down car like that. you're just putting yourself in a horrible situation. It probably gave him some minor damage because of it. And he was riding the wall a little bit.
Let's be a little fair to Tyler King here. It's possible he just misjudged the corner and didn't realize the gap he had, but that's still a very uncharacteristic mistake of Tyler King.
Yeah, definitely not
unfortunate.
Yeah. And then I'm assuming a bunch of lap cars ended up wrecking each other under yellow.
That's how Logan Speed ends up getting spun out. I think there might have been some frustration between him and another car, so potentially just had our first temper of the day.
Yeah.
Temper's flaring, boys!
How many cars got lapped? Because I noticed several cars ended up getting lapped by the pace car, and a few managed to get their laps back, but I'm assuming we're going to have some lap traffic, so it's not going to help this race at all, is because the previous race in the spring had a lot of caution whenever the leader first got into lap traffic, as no one really had an opportunity to pull away as the race went later on.
Gonna have to check with our timing and scoring station. It looks like 5 cars just went a lap down, including both the 11 of Kyler Scott and the 62 of Carter Jones. So that's 2 playoff drivers with really bad brakes.
Oh yeah, if you're a postseason driver and you have 1 bad race, you could probably bounce back. But if you have another one, yeah, it's practically over.
Yeah,
Seg has a better chance of coming back, but this is not what Carter needs. He didn't come in with much playoff points, so this is digging himself in a hole already.
Oh, without a doubt.
And
pace car is going to peel onto the pit road, and we're going to go back under the green flag.
The 07 and the 48 also are trapped a lap down. That's really bad for them. They're not that high seeded in points, along with the 62. Tyler King, Kyler Scott going to lead him back to the green flag.
And they'll race into turn 1. Not very aggressive. Tyler King's able to get back out into the front without a problem. But he's got company from James Omaki in the 18.
These leaders need to get by these lap cars.
Kyler Scott and Alan Mooch side by side. That's exactly what Omaki and Tyler King were able to do. Now Omaki going to try to chase down the 28. Wow, look at the way he wrapped that bottom.
Oh yeah, he's hugging the bottom lane here in Bristol. Oh, nearly made contact. What's that? Oh, full send. Look out.
Nope, he couldn't stick it. Oh, there's a big wreck in turn 3.
Kate Bishop got a piece of it. The 09 is destroyed.
Oh, no.
I feel like I had a missed opportunity to just say trouble turn 3.
You did. I think Kylie just retired from the race, I think. I don't
know.
She's done.
No.
That's the end of her race. That is huge.
Oh, no.
She started
Massive.
the race below the cut line.
Massive.
She might have put herself in a must-win situation already because she didn't need this. She was one of the most consistent winless drivers all year, and now she just basically put her season in major jeopardy.
I don't think Kylie Greider wanted that, but also massive playoff implications right there in that wreck in turn 3.
Caden Bishop also got a piece of it. Another playoff driver. I don't think there's any real damage to the 1 car from it.
Definitely doesn't help that a lot of people are in the middle of that hornet's nest, and some of them are paying the price because of it. Because 3 playoff drivers have already been caught in accidents, and this is just making their championship run even more tougher to come back from.
No one came down pit road that time, so I believe here we're gonna get a replay of what happened.
Here comes the pace car.
Yeah, they're rolling into turn 1 right now. Still haven't gone to replay.
We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait until the stage ends here, because the stage this is the last lap.
Stage ending. That makes sense.
So Tyler. Yeah. So we're gonna show the end of the stage here, and for Tyler King, I believe this is his 5th stage win of the year.
A lot of people benefiting from getting these stage points. As you see, the standings have taken a massive turn, especially Patrick Roden. He's going to get a plus 28 advantage, and this is definitely going to help that A team a lot. But a lot of people are now paying the price, like Kylee, Greider, Carter Jones, and Brandon, and JD Brewer. 4 people that you expect to make the next round.
Tyler King wins stage 1 over James Omaki, Alan Mooch, Paul Donlin, and Anthony Sasso, the top 5.
And then you have... Here's a replay. Oh, Campos spun out the 36 of Raven, I believe.
And then Raven just comes back up the track into the 82.
Without a doubt.
I don't think Zach's going to be too happy with Raven after that one.
He should blame David for that, but I think Tanner kind of misjudged his passing opportunity, but this ain't the first time that Tanner's done something like this. He's definitely gotten overly aggressive in the middle of the pack, so it's definitely something that Tanner might have to take responsibility for.
Yeah, Bristol's one of those. You make... I was going to say that. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I take back what I said about Raven. There was nothing he could do. It was completely out of control. You gotta feel bad for Kylee in this situation. She's doing nothing wrong, running around the top 10 like she should be, and then in a matter of 5 laps, it all gets undone.
This is something she cannot afford.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go back under the green flag here. Stage 2 is about to go under the green flag. Here we go!
This is about to get even more health.
And Tyler King and Kyler Scott take off. They get clear of Omaki.
Oh, that's not good for James. He spun the tires a little bit. He got a good launch the previous start, but he just couldn't get going as a pass-through penalty for who?
It wasn't him spinning the tires. It was a restart violation on Tyler King. And
oh my God!
They're both
so that's going to
do a pass-through.
Oh my God! That's going to give Omaki the lead. There they go, ducking on the pit road.
Oh, that might honestly have ended both their races.
Caution is out right as they enter the pits. Oh, that's
oh my God! They just got extremely lucky.
That is the worst luck imaginable as Omaki leads them back to the line.
Yeah, Alan Bush is going to be second.
Wait, can the 28 and 11 make it out of pit road in time?
Maybe. No, they're taking pit stops. They're going to trap themselves a lap down.
Oh well played. Never mind.
Well played. Just well played.
It is only 1 lap though. It's not 2 like it could have been. So they got away. They're getting away with one a little bit.
No,
Kyler Scott is actually going a 2nd lap down. So
well, here's what happened.
This is not good. And
Nate Wines
again.
Yes, and he got hooked by Nate Wines. Then
he got turned.
Yeah, turned by Nate Wines.
Back up into the field in front of the 1. More playoff drivers involved.
Toots. I don't think Tanner's going to be too happy at his fellow Tennessean driver.
I think we're going to see a fight on the pit lane after the race if they both make it to the checkered flag. If not, oh boy, someone get security in the garage because it's going to ignite.
Here's the perspective of Nate Wines.
Nate had the opportunity to go down there, but Tanner was too late on making the block.
I don't think Nate Wines actually intended to try to go after Tanner there. I think he was trying to get back behind him, and Tanner, for whatever reason, had to check up, and Nate just got into him.
He was battling Justin Ritchie. He couldn't really do much at that point because his car was already extremely tight at that corner. Oh,
Tree Schleicher involved.
And Seth Peters, the most recent winner at Bristol. He's been having a nightmare last 3 weeks.
Without
He's just ready for this season to be over.
Under caution for the 3rd time today. We'll be back right after this.
But song choice.
You're watching the NASCAR Amino Network.
Going back green here. Most of the field pitted, so now Don Falconer has assumed the race lead. Ethan O'Connor's second, James O'Maki is now third. He was the first car that pitted. Then Alan Mooch, then Paul Donlin, Anthony Sasso, Kayla Marinelli, Patrick Roden, Roberto Crown Jr., and Trevor Davidson for the first time in the top 10 as Carter Jones leads into the green.
Carter Jones, no.
Lap cars.
Carter Jones, isn't he on like the tail end of the late lap by now?
Yes, with the restart order, he is tail end of the lead lap, so he's going to be looking for a quick caution.
Oh, without a doubt.
A lot of people need those quick cautions. Oh, they're 3 wide a little bit.
Davidson just did not get through that corner well. Oh, Donlin in the wall.
Whoa, a car in the wall.
We got a spinner. It's Logan Speed.
Oh, and there's a spin.
And they're wrecking. Trouble turn 3.
There's that quick caution Carter was looking for.
Oh, that's what he really needed. That's going to help him get back on the lead lap and potentially salvage some points at this point because this race is getting too chaotic for a lot of people.
It was also,
without a doubt,
it was also big for Tyler King. He gets back on the lead lap. Kyler Scott gets one of his 2 laps back. Here's what happened.
Let's see what happened.
Oh, Tanner shoves it in the middle there and no room.
Well, I mean, yeah, Tanner came up, but also Quinn was coming back on the racetrack right beside Nate and Tanner, so I don't know what was going on right there, but yeah, it's definitely another tight situation between those guys.
One might just call that the perfect shitstorm. Yeah, I really, that's
the best joke you've made.
Ouch.
Well, it's not more of a joke than Tennessee's.
Yeah, this is Tanner Campos' 3rd incident of the night.
Oh, he was sandwiched between Dontavius Stone and Logan Speed.
Yeah, he was trying to get through the middle there. 2 cars much faster than. Couldn't get through. Going back under caution again. We're going to go back to break. Don't go anywhere.
Logan, no!
The cure has been found. Cater Johns sings the classics 5. You may know Cater Johns as a man who needs walls, not toilet paper. But little did you know, he can cure COVID-19 with his singing. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, running down the dream. Never wake up in this kind of my baby's gone with the wind. The train rolls on. On. My baby's gone. Ride my blues away.
You're watching the NASCAR Amino Network.
Getting ready to go back green here. Lap cars lined up on the bottom. Ethan O'Connor continues to lead. James O'Maki is in second. Alan Booch in third. Paul Donlin in fourth. And Patrick Roden has now worked his way up to 5th place.
Count 6 cars on the inside line. This might not have a happy ending.
A lot of people need some happy endings because a lot of playoff drivers are finding themselves in trouble and need those miracles to happen.
Green
Ethan
flag.
O'Connor's still into the lead lap.
Ethan O'Connor is actually the leader, and we got a spin crash on the restart.
Oh, what in the hell?
Campos
Oh my God.
again, and Carter Jones with massive damage.
And the fans
Oh.
are and the fans start booing. So much for getting our money's worth out of this.
Fans want to see some racing. This should be some bad crashing.
Yep.
A lot of bad crashing and not seeing their hometown kids having a good day. Definitely not the best atmosphere for here at Bristol.
Well, Ethan O'Connor is going to be the race leader, much to my surprise. I thought he was tail end of the lead lap.
No, he was the leader.
Wow.
Man, we haven't even gotten halfway, and Tanner's already been involved in 4 wrecks.
4 wrecks and before even getting to halfway. Christ, that is brutal.
He's not had the best of luck on short tracks this year, and I don't think he's ready to come back here anytime soon.
Here's the replay. He gets a monster restart, and then Dontavius just pinches him off.
Oh,
and he about flipped.
Yeah, he about flipped over the 23 at Farley, it looks like. I could be wrong.
I mean, he kind of jumped the start a little bit. I don't know what Tanner was doing right there because he got a launch like everyone else was, like he was thinking it was going to go right there, but no one else was prepared. As you can see, he was on the gas already.
There's a monster stack up, and he takes huge advantage of it, and then it all gets undone by Dontavius. You are allowed.
No kidding.
You are allowed to pass on the outside on restarts, but obviously the car around has to know you're there, and Dontavius did not know he was there. And that's huge damage to Carter's front bumper right after he got back on the lead lap.
He's probably going to lose 2 laps now because that's pretty significant damage to be repairing because you cannot afford to have these brakes at the back of the pack as he just got back on, and now he's probably going to lose 2.
Well, that was unfortunate for Carter Jones.
Here's our view from turn 1. Oh.
Ouch.
Did not even make it to the start-finish line.
Nope. Well, we're going to rack him up and try it again.
What, the 5th time and probably have the same result? I'm ready for it.
Our opening
I wouldn't be
green flag
surprised.
run was about 67 laps. We've not had a run since of more than 4.
Good.
I was about to say, it's just going to be one of those nights.
Good. How about this for Ethan O'Connor? You know, he's had a lot of controversy around him this season. He's kind of seen as sort of a villain in the garage, even if he's an unwilling one. Kind of trying to revitalize his image here, and leading laps at Bristol is a pretty good way to do it.
Definitely. That's definitely going to help him heading into next season. And this is definitely not the best way to have a rookie season, but I mean, Ethan O'Connor has been making the most of his opportunities, and him getting those extra laps out front is definitely going to help him heading into season 3 because he definitely needs to build up as much confidence as he can since he can't win the championship this year. So maybe getting that win is a lot closer than expected, but only time will tell if he'll get that win.
Pace car is off, and O'Connor leads him back to the green.
Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. They head for turn 1. And good news, we get out of turn 2 without any issue.
Nearly an
I don't
issue
know, the
with
late
Bacon
lap
and
down
Gary
cars are
Russell.
fighting. These lap down cars are putting up a fight a little bit as Ethan O'Connor didn't really have the best restart, but I mean, James Omaki got lucky this time around. Now he has an opportunity to potentially attack that 88 car.
He is
Yeah, and Alan Roots finally clears.
Oh,
we might have some trouble here.
Here's
Paul
Gary
Donald's
maybe
stuck
not.
behind.
Gary Russell to the outside and caution.
Oh, yep, there
what
it is.
now?
Flip.
Oh, what the hell?
That is Anthony
That's
Sasso, I
Dontavius
believe.
Young.
Dontavius Young.
Dontavius Young in the 01.
Oh. Yeah, and Nate Wimes was involved as well, so another hometown favorite not having a good race. Started off promising for Nate Wimes, and then it just didn't.
It's just been deteriorating ever since the first caution of the night.
Oh yeah. That's the problem. That's one of the things about short tracks. Because everyone's so tightly packed together, one wrong move and the whole thing just flies apart like a hand grenade. It's kind of like super speedway racing. Only on a much tighter scale.
Here's the replay.
All right, let's see what happened.
Carter Jones looks to the bottom. Ooh. He went to the
What
bottom.
the hell?
I think he went. Oh!
Whoa!
Whoa, my goodness.
Massive barrel roll.
He might have hit the opening of the gate and bounced off the wall because I believe that's the weakest part of the track is that opening in turn 3. So I think he might have bounced off of it.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
We have seen flips in that area before. Remember the spring race earlier this year? We had, I believe, Colin Dover barrel rolling, and then KR flipped over him.
That is true. This track has provided some flips in the past as, Nate just came up right there, but like what you're saying, this track can provide flips out of nowhere, and incidents like that just shows how dangerous this track can be, especially with the flips.
Oh, yeah. I would not be surprised if Don Tavius Young is going to be out for a couple of races there. Just looking at it from turn 3, I believe.
It's not the first time he's flipped.
Just got flung up off the wall. That was massive.
And once again, it was another 4-lap run.
Just checking now, and Dontavius is responsive. The car has been pulled off track. Dontavius Young is responsive and moving around, so his window net did.
That's good news.
His window net did come down, so he is okay.
That's good to hear. Glad to see the kid be okay after a scary crash like that.
Worst case scenario, that would have been a concussion.
How about Patrick Roden in 5th right now? When we look at the season he has been terrible by his own standards. He set in season 1 where he was very consistent, a consistent top 10 in points driver. Went out round of 16, but really, in my opinion, he should have gone all the way. And didn't have a great regular season, and here he is showing up in the playoffs again.
I noticed I've been around that 18 before, and their confidence is definitely not the best, but they have that underdog spirit to make a lot of people surprised. But this season has definitely not been the best at his standards, but definitely getting that victory at Denver definitely saved him from potentially not even being in the playoffs. And luckily he got that win because he's definitely making the most of his second playoff appearance this year. And maybe this time around he could be lucky and make it further than the round of 16.
Green flag.
He's the second highest running playoff driver right now. In front of him is Paul Donlin, and Paul Donlin has just been ridiculous the last 5 races or so. He has 5 straight top 10s. Last 2 of them are wins. He has climbed from 16 in points up to the top 10 by the end of the regular season, and I believe as they run right now, he would be 2nd in points.
People are definitely benefiting from others' misfortunes, and people like Patrick Roden and Paul Donlin definitely need that to build up a cushion from heading into these next few races as Big G's coming down pit road.
Yeah, I was noticing that Quinn Yeager's been running the inside line, like way off the apron, and he's just going to pit road again.
Giancarlo Urenda is having a night to forget. I think he's ready for it all to be over. Brandon Allen.
Yeah, he's ready for that rocking chair.
Here's Brandon Allen, who's stuck a lap down. We got it.
Oh, trouble!
Oh, they're wrecking. Ooh, they saved it.
No, wait, never mind. They saved it. They're good.
Kate Bishop at the wall.
Oh, no.
Caleb Arenelli.
They're all good. They're all good. No worries. No worries.
We're still good. No caution. Devil Redneck behind the one of Caden Bishop, I believe. Is that the one?
I do not know how they kept it.
That is, yeah, that's the one of Caden Bishop.
Incredible.
I have no clue either.
How do they keep it straightened out is beyond me, but that's insane.
36 of Dagan is the one that went sideways. He saved it, and the caution is out.
Yeah, now the caution's out. Epic save. and it just wasn't enough to prevent a caution.
Oh, it involved Nate
trouble.
Wines again.
Nate Wines and Don Falconer. Don Falconer was having a good run earlier.
Well, that all just got undone.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's Bristol. Everything goes away very quickly.
Yeah, Alan Mooch was trapped behind that 22 car for that entire duration of the run.
I mean, Ethan O'Connor doesn't have really much speed on the restarts because he's been struggling to pass the lap cars whenever they're side by side with him because that 88 car just doesn't have the speed. And is he coming down pit road?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He's been on old tires the entire time. He stayed out at that caution earlier when the rest of the field pitted. So he's going to pit here. From here he can make it to the end, so he does not need another stop. Although, given how much the tires have fallen off since he last pitted, he might want one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely needs those fresh tires, but it's definitely not going to be good to hang out in the back.
So here's what happened that brought the caution out.
Oh, it involved Tanner again.
Again.
5 wrecks tonight by that 00.
I think Tanner's going to be one to want this night to end as well. Lindsay Deetz also got a piece of it in that 16 car.
Well, she's the one who got spun out by Tanner Campos.
That's unfortunate for her.
He just got run.
Oh, yeah. Lindsay also came up. Campos got the run, and I think Lindsay was going up there thinking Tanner wasn't going to get a run up there. He did. So that's through no fault of Tanner's own. I mean, no, I'm sorry. I mean, it's not Tanner's fault for that one. I just think that's just racing incident.
Yeah, definitely one of those racing incidents, but just can't catch a break for that 00 team.
Absolutely not.
We'll be back for more after this.
You're watching the NASCAR Amino Network.
Back live here on lap 116 with James Omaki, the leader. And, yeah, that's I think Brandon Allen is going to be a little aggressive here, seeing that he could get back on the lead lap on this restart.
He has to push the envelope. He's not on the good side of the playoff points, but he definitely has the opportunity to get back on the lead lap, so he needs to start getting a lot more aggressive with these leaders.
Good restart for Omaki. And Alan Mooch. And right as I say that, Mooch is still stuck side by side. Now he's cleared him.
A lot better restart right there.
Bishop.
Oh no! Bishop Breachy involved. Devil Redneck and Marinelli involved as well.
And the Railers season champion.
Ricci.
That is not good for a lot of playoff contenders because I think like 3 or 4 of them were involved in that accident.
That's
well, that happened.
I'm gonna need to see a replay on that because that looked interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
They didn't even make it back to the start-finish line.
cautions breed cautions.
Oh,
It's just getting a lot worse. But it's definitely not good for Caleb Marinelli and Justin Ritchie because they couldn't really. They could have potentially afforded this tonight, but they couldn't afford a bad run in the opening race.
Well, there's still 2 more races in this round.
Yeah.
You got You got I don't know what track comes next, but I know that Denver's the elimination race. Is that the Roval they're racing on?
No,
It's
we're going to Cody next.
Circuit of the Americas.
Circuit of the Americas. Circuit of the Americas.
It's 3 wild card tracks. You really don't want to leave it to chance the possibility of not making the playoffs. Here's the replay. What was Caden Bishop doing down there?
I have no idea.
Was he kidding? Or did he get spun down there? Because that's honestly confusing. I need to see an extra replay because I don't know why Caden was running at the bottom of the track.
Oh, yeah, he gets hooked. He got hooked there by Demo Redneck.
77. Yeah. Comes back up, and it's just on from there.
Even though Connor just pitted, definitely got lucky right there because he definitely
I thought he got involved.
Something like that.
Wow, what a miss.
More commercials right after this.
Hey you, are you ready to get high off Christmas spirit? The ultimate Christmas miracle has arrived. Cater Johns sings the Classic 6, the Christmas Classics. You may know Cater Johns as a wannabe Santa Claus who harasses random people with Lifesavers Christmas storybooks during the holidays.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Wait.
Enjoy.
But did you know that Cater Johns' professional singing can turn around the entirety of 2020 and get anyone into the Christmas spirit?
Did someone say Christmas?
Walking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party of... Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah, here we go. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Oh, yeah. Walking home from our house on Christmas Eve. Silent night. Holy night. Always all I want for Christmas is you. This sacred album can be in your possession with one simple call to 1-800-RIP-EARS. Rip ears. 1-800-RIP-EARS. This ear sucks, okay? Just get...
You're watching the NASCAR Media Network.
Back live for the restart. O'Maki takes off.
What a great restart by that 18 car. He's definitely got a great launch and a great opportunity to pull away from everyone else.
Alan
Yeah, and he's got
then gets clear. See if Paul Donlin can follow through.
Now let's see if Alan Bush can also get that 18 car. So it's going to be interesting. So we got 2 interesting storylines to watch here right now. The 26 and the 32. Yeah, you're coming off the pit lane again.
A lot of lap cars. Oh, Big G, stay on out of the way.
Big G.
They're all good. They're all good at the moment, but the intensity's picking up in this race. There's a lot of guys, the side-by-side battles intensifying in the back.
Here's Ty.
Be careful.
Here's Tyler King trying to work his way back through the field after trying to recover from that penalty he got on that restart on lap 78.
I mean, the car's still up to par at the moment. It doesn't really have much damage, so he definitely has the speed in the car, but he just has to be careful at this point because the race has gotten way too chaotic as a lot of guys just cannot find trouble, and he's in the hornet's nest of where most of that trouble happens.
Yeah, short tracks are not tracks that are aerodynamically dependent, so you can take your car can be beaten up and battered, but you can still run pretty damn well.
Oh, definitely. You can definitely keep most of your pace, but you have to keep it clean to have most of your aerodynamics, but a lot of people just haven't learned it tonight, but some are just trying to survive at this point.
Look at the 1 and the 82. Those are perfect examples of this. Those cars are both beaten and battered and running top 10.
And they definitely have the speed. It's surprising that they managed to make up some speed with those damaged cars, but maybe some damage can actually benefit the car a little bit because it can give you a little more aerodynamic advantage, but a lot of people just
wide around goes Tree Slasher.
Oh!
Oh, up and into the...
Oh, he's going to spin out.
Justin
Ricci! Oh, no!
And he keeps rolling.
He sticks the landing, though.
Wow!
10 out of 10 landing for Justin Ricci as the caution comes out.
0 out of 10 for luck on this night because he's definitely just put himself in more trouble and just diminishing that cushion that he had before tonight's race.
Yeah, he had like a 50 at one point.
What's going on?
He just got spun out.
Kemper's flaring.
Kemper's
Gets
there.
fucking turned by O'Connor.
Wow. I have no
What the
idea
hell is going on?
I have no idea what that's about.
I'll tell you one thing. It must be a full moon.
Oh, he's going to
That's
get him
the
back,
old-
maybe.
Oh no. No, he's going to go to pit road. I'm also surprised that O'Connor's not getting penalized for that. Just literally spun Richie out under caution.
The leaders are now pitting, so
Yeah,
Omaki and
they're gonna be-
Alex are both going to come down.
Donlin stays out. Donlin stayed out.
The 8 of Roden, I think, also came down.
It's going to help a lot of people, but I think most of the field came down other than Paul Donlin. But let's see a replay of what happened.
Oh, Carter just pinches up.
Yeah.
Does not give that group enough room, and then Ricci rides the guardrail.
It's the second time Carter has put someone in the fence, like actually for real.
Justin Ricci, you're not Tony Hawk.
And he ain't no Casey Kane.
Here's the replay.
Yeah, then what? Ethan O'Connor, yeah. I thought we're gonna see the spin again.
Oh,
jeez, and it's yet more postseason drivers having issues.
I'm struggling to understand what Ethan O'Connor was mad at Justin Ricci for.
I mean, we could potentially see this right here, but they never even interacted with each other, which is kind of confusing. Maybe he was trying to make a statement because I know officials usually allow a little bit of aggressive racing, but okay, we did see right there. But some drivers like to make a statement on others, but that's probably not the best way to do it with a playoff driver.
No. And Carter Jones is also a playoff driver, so
I just want to.
What's the message that he's going to be sending to the other postseason drivers?
I want to point out Tyler King, who's been right behind all of these wrecks and has avoided all of them.
He's using all of his luck tonight.
Oh yeah, I was about to say the same thing. I just stalled. Well, I think, or as Kevin Harvick would say, I think Tyler King has a horseshoe up his ass.
The good old Gordon horseshoe.
Tyler King is now
he's
back into the top 10.
Jesus Christ, what a night for Tyler King.
Up and down and up.
One car lap down. It's the 16. Don't make that 2 cars lap down. 3.
Make that like 5 others, because I think there's like 7 or 8 cars that are still a lap down.
Oh lordy, this might not end well. Oh yeah, there we go. Now you see them all. Brandon Allen's one of them. Dylan Jones, Kyler Scott, Lindsey Dietz, the 22 car. Whoever's driving the 22 car, I believe that's Gary Russell. Yeah, Gary Russell.
Anyways,
green flag.
Yeah, green flag.
Now Sasso's going to try to run down Paul Donlin.
I'm intrigued to see how Paul can do on this run. Now that he has the clean air, this will definitely show how fast that 32 car is. Because Paul definitely looks like he has a quick car tonight, but this is the best opportunity for him to showcase that speed of that 32 car.
He hasn't gotten away from Sasso yet.
Those Dodges are definitely bringing up most of their horsepower, but you gotta beware of those cautions because as quick as these runs go, in trouble!
Holland over.
In trouble! Colin, ooh, careful, watch it. Oh, I think Mooch got a piece of it. So did Roden. That's unfortunate. Roden and Mooch were having some decent nights.
Roden really does not need to see stuff like that in front of him. He is right on that playoff cut line.
Well, this changes everything. Again.
There's a lot of stuff getting changed.
Yeah, it's just been it's been a free-for-all for most of these positions. As it's just been the running orders just jumbled up as this race has gone on. It's just crazy how many positions have just changed as this race has progressed.
So many ups and downs for so many of these drivers.
Yeah, it's
Without
just
a doubt.
crazy.
Here's the replay.
Let's see.
Ooh! Well, there's
Tanner again.
Tanner again.
Sixth accident.
This is his sixth wreck of the night.
Oh, the good news for Roden Road is I don't think their damage is going to be too bad.
I mean, that wasn't really a bad wreck overall because most of the cars involved definitely didn't get much damage as expected. And whoever was that, it was Tanner came down on Logan a little bit, so it definitely wasn't the brightest move on his end. But he's definitely got lucky that he didn't get fully involved in it.
Tanner. Just want to point out something crazy. Tanner's been in all these incidents. He's running 7th.
Wow.
This is the kind of night we're having tonight. We'll be back for more after this.
You're watching the NASCAR Amino Network.
Welcome back. We're gonna have 10 laps to go. It's in stage 2, this time by, and this is the current points as they run. Patrick Roden has fallen a lot closer to that cut line, and Dylan Jones and Brandon Allen both on the cut line and both a lap down. They've both got to be looking to get a little bit more.
A little bit because of all the chaos that's been happening to others, but it's definitely going to seem like it's going to be a 2 or 3 man battle for the final transfer spot. But definitely Patrick Roden lost a lot of ground as he went from a high plus 28 to a now low 9 as this race has progressed on. So that 8 car needs to get everything figured out for a potential run back through traffic.
Green flag.
Great launch by that 32 car. He's going to get away from Anthony Sasso and might have an opportunity to pull away.
Lindsay, oh boy, she's up there. It's over the
Katie Bishop.
catch fence goes Aiden Bishop.
Justin Ritchie was involved.
Is going to be out. Brandon Allen.
I think Caden Bishop is stuck in the fence.
Brandon Allen got pancaked.
Oh, that is not good. He went from he was 7 points out. Now he's probably going to lose a lot more now since he was involved in that wreck. God almighty, how many wrecks are we going to see tonight?
I believe we are now under our 10th caution.
Crazy that we've already had 10 cautions in this race because of all these accidents that has transpired. Now, a lot of playoff drivers just cannot catch a break tonight.
Here's the replay. She gets hooked by Gary Russell. No control. Comes back.
Oh my good lord. The lap cars were pissed at each other for some reason. It's just crazy how everyone's getting mad at each other on how much space they're being given on track. And Caden Bishop might be out of this race because of it.
He was running 5th. Oh.
Oh, nothing Caden can do.
Oh, man.
And that's not going to help him at all.
Justin Reach got a piece of it, too.
Justin again.
Oh, Dylan did not need that. He went from being potentially 1 lap down to being 3 with that damage. He just cannot catch a break tonight.
Oh, and he
and
spins
he's in the
again
wall
with
again. Hell, he gets spun.
Oh,
Maki.
oh my gosh.
Oh, Roden! Oh my!
Oh!
No!
Oh, bad luck
That
for
might have done
Roden.
it for Roden.
That is huge damage to the 8. Yeah, I think you're right, Tanner. I think that's terminal.
Yeah, he hit him way too hard because I've noticed multiple wrecks in the past with Roden. He always drives into them way too fast.
That damage was terminal for Roden.
Oh,
Dang.
no. Roden was having a pretty deep night there, too.
And that's a one man's misfortune is another man's fortune,
Treasure.
I guess. With that incident, that should put Brandon Allen above the cut line as they run.
But the question is, how bad is that car? Or unless he's retired from this race, but he needs to capitalize at this point because this race is just getting too chaotic for a lot of people. And just being in the middle of that hornet's nest is almost guaranteed trouble for a lot of people.
We're going to go back green with 3 to go in stage 2. Sasso is going to have one more chance at Paul Donlin.
If I was Sasso, I would slow down a little bit to potentially get a run because I don't think he can get around Paul heading into a normal restart. So he needs to play some tricks to potentially get around that 32.
I was about to say, Sasso has been having a pretty decent night and has kept that car mostly clean. If any damage is on that car, I don't see it.
Pace car is off, and Donlin leads him back to the restart zone.
And you gotta watch that 45 of Trevor Davidson in 4th. Green flag. Here we go into turn 1.
Oh, Tanner's looking through the middle. 3-1. Oh, whoa.
Careful, careful, Tanner. Careful.
Calm down, Tanner.
Tyler
Lindsay. Oh, they need to calm down. They are getting aggressive already for no reason. This is a spin.
Yep.
Oh, instead of
it's
big
Omaki.
Omaki
It's
again.
Omaki involved.
Carter Jones.
Marinelli, Carter
Stern.
Jones.
Yeah, I think Caleb also might have gotten a piece of it. I could be wrong, but the pace car's back out again.
And I believe Gary Russell gets his lap back.
He does. Gary Russell is now back on the lead lap. Anthony
That's good to see.
Nasso was not able to get Donlin, so this is the last lap of stage 2. Paul Donlin wins. Rest in peace.
Yep.
Well, I mean, he ain't resting in peace tonight. He's definitely building up a cushion because he needs to get as much points as possible to potentially lock up an early spot into the next round because he really needs those points to make a run at the championship.
Yeah, right now, Ricci's up by 48 over the cut line, and Allen's inside by 4 over Roden.
Oh, Brandon Allen. This is a separate incident, I think. Brandon Allen pinches. Oh, whoa! Huge damage for Kyler Scott.
Oh my God!
And then
Ricci
Caleb
ran into it.
4 playoff drivers involved in that.
Yeah, Ricci was one of them. Brandon Allen, Caleb Marinelli. Omaki got a piece of it. So it looks like it's 2 wrecks that became 1.
Kyler Scott turned into a gyroscope.
No kidding.
Someone spun into James Omaki.
So it looks
Might have been Stern or Redneck.
Here's the replay
don't
from
know.
Caleb Marinelli. He sees both of these. Oh, Nate Mooch comes down into the 8, gets hooked into Omaki.
Oh yeah, Zach had no part of that. He was already down on the apron at that point before getting involved in that wreck. So the intensity back there is way too high, and a lot of people just cannot have any patience with those guys who are trying to stay on the lead lap or just trying to have a good night at this point. And Caleb, right into the side.
Yes, Race Gaze is in shambles right now.
That's not very Yahi.
On board with Carter Jones.
He goes around there.
Well, Mooch is going to only have right side damage, so his car should be okay.
He might be able
I don't know about everyone else's, but
that might
I feel like we're going to see a lot of damage for race cars that are trying to win this race.
Jesus.
Ooh, look out.
And he gets Don, and that's terminal.
Caleb. Yep.
Yeah, terminal for Don because he slammed right into the side of Sidney Allen. So
What a shame for Falconer. He was... Sorry.
Yeah, my bad.
I was going to say that Falconer... Oh, hard hit for Ricci. But yeah, going back to what I was about to say, Falconer was having a really good night earlier on in the race. But, oh my God! Did you see how Scott get them air?
I saw that earlier.
That was
he got slammed very hard.
That was
Surprised he kept it going.
Justin Ricci coming down pit road for that one.
And that's like the third or fourth incident Ricci's been involved in. Not a good night for the postseason drivers. Except for Paul Donlin, who's leading this race right now, with just a little under 100 to go.
Not just him. Look at Trevor Davidson in fourth as well. PD Motorsports having a fantastic day.
They're coming to life at the right time, and it's definitely good to see that PDM is finally learning their craft as a driver because this team has got a lot of potential to succeed. And it's definitely awesome to finally see Paul Donlin and Trevor Davidson get the most out of their equipment.
Raven and Paul Donlin on older tires just got passed by Raven Dagan, who was a lap car.
That's okay. He doesn't have to worry about it. He's fine with letting Raven go.
But the problem is he's now got to worry about Sasso.
Speaking of Sasso, he's on the inside.
Whoa, Brandon with a big move.
Oh, Brandon, careful, buddy. We've seen bonsai moves happen with that.
He's playoff.
Is something wrong with Trevor Davidson because he's extremely slow? Oh, Lindsay.
Something's up with Dylan Jones.
Yeah, something's up with that 48 car. Don't know what it could be.
He needs to bring it down pit road. That car is not looking too good. He might have lost a cylinder at this point.
I wonder if that's been a problem that's been plaguing some of these other drivers tonight. Cars on pit road, Big G and Quinn Yeager and Kane Bishop.
They're just trying to log laps, make it to the end of this race, and hope somebody else gets knocked out.
Without a doubt.
Ooh. Brandon Allen's trying to find a way around Roberto, but he definitely can't be making aggressive moves on a lot of lead lap cars because he might not have the speed to challenge everyone, but he definitely has something to do for it.
And here's O'Maki. Roberto Crown diving it.
And
yeah, he just dived.
Oh, there's a yellow.
Oh, where's the caution out? What happened?
I would assume something in the back happened because half the field's gone behind. Or never mind, they're all here together.
And Roberto Crowns joined by Sasto. Getting his possession back.
Steal second at the line, so he's now officially second.
Impressive.
And you got Anthony Sasso in third. Trevor Davidson in fourth. How about Tanner Campos? For as bad of a night he's having, he's running in the top 5.
And it looks like the top 3 are all going to pit here. Donlin, Roberto Crown, Anthony Sasso, Davidson, and Campos all come down. And
that's going to give the lead to the 44 of Tree Schlager Jr. Unless the 44 decided to pit as well.
No, the
44 stayed out.
44 stayed out, so Tree Slasher will inherit the lead, and here is the replay. More playout drivers shoving it up the middle. Whoa.
This time it's Evan Toddy in the 89.
Oh, a hard shot by
Logan
a lot of people.
Speed, Zach Stern, Ethan O'Connor.
Tyler King.
Lindsey Diethelwald again.
Tyler King could not avoid that one.
Oh, I guess the horseshoe fell out of his ass this time.
Yup.
Evan Toddy just shoves it up the middle, and there's just nothing he can do about that one.
I mean,
I
I
don't know.
can't blame him for making the move, but it definitely wasn't the brightest because a lot of 3-wide action here has not worked tonight. So he definitely should have backed off at that point, but you can't fix stupid here.
Yep, as the old saying goes, there is no cure for dumb, and that was dumb.
But to be fair, you're in the last stage. It's within 100 laps to go at a short track. You gotta move.
That is true. You have to get going. We're getting down to the nitty gritty, so I can't blame him for getting impatient. But you got to be a lot smarter if you want to try to conserve as many points as possible.
Logan's speed got stuck on the banking, and I think Lindsay just helped him off.
No surprise there. Tough break for Lindsay Dietz. Looked like a promising night early on, and then, well, that. Well, right now, as it stands, Donlin and Ricci would be tied at the top of the point standings heading into Coda.
And Brandon Allen would be in by 9 points over Giancarlo Urenda. And look at Kylee Greider and JD Bregler down there, 18 points out. That is not the way they want to go into Coda, especially Kylee, who's really struggled on road courses this season.
Yeah, those two have definitely put themselves in a massive hole already, but both of their teams need to bring their best A game for these next 2 races because this is going to be make or break for these two because it's definitely not helping their situation since they didn't come in with much playoff points, and having this bad of a night is just going to potentially end or just giving them another shot of finding a way to get a victory because that's all they can do is just try to win a race.
Brandon Allen, James O'Maki tailing to the lead lap. Green flag back in the air. Here we go.
Brandon Allen and O'Maki get away, so they'll be back on the lead lap here. Now Dylan Jones, with all the damage on that car, is looking to get back on the lead lap.
Mooch, Toddy, Schlager battle for the lead with the lap cars to their inside. Tree clears the first lap car of Colin Dover.
Alan Mooch now gets clear, so he's going to go after this 44 car.
And you can just clearly see the difference between these two cars.
Yeah,
Mooch has minor damage. Schlager's car is beaten up to hell.
And Mooch is much faster as the caution is out.
Again.
Oh yeah, the caution is
out again.
Yup, caution. This race back to the line. Who's going to get the lead right here?
I think it's going to be Schlager. But that's exactly what Allen and O'Maki needed. Now they can go to the back of the field.
Smoke ahead.
Yeah, smoke in turn 1.
So here,
not sure what happened.
So under this caution, which is the 13th, I believe, of the night.
Jesus.
Oh, was that Tanner causing another one?
I don't know.
It looks like Tanner, but I don't know what they were doing. But it definitely was Anthony Assess who ended up paying the misfortunes right there.
It's Carter's view of it. Sasso somehow ends up making contact with Quinn Yeager.
But did Tanner have a part? That's what I want to kind of know. Did he have a part in that? Because it was a blue card, but I don't know if Tanner had any full involvement in it. But it definitely shows that Anthony Sasso had a little bit of contact right there.
Oh, we got another car around. Oh, it's Ricci again.
Oh, again? Ricci. Oh my God.
He got spun by Gary Russell.
Oh no. Yeah, he got. Yeah, there's the
tempers are flaring against the regular season champion.
I think everyone just. I think everyone's done with Justin Ricci's arrogance.
Oh God. Oh, this is some hot Tuscan chicken pasta. I need something to drink. Oh my God. Look at this. Pause though. It's backwards because it's an inner camera. We have terrible funding for this commercial. That's besides the point. Oh, I don't know how this got here. But man, giant peach. You know what? I think that's pretty good. I think I just want to...
You're watching the NASCAR Immune Network.
And we're back. How about this for a top 5? Tree Slasher, Alan Mooch, Evan Toddy, Zach Stern, and Gary Russell.
What a top 5.
Gary Russell came from.
I have no idea where the hell Gary Russell came from, but he was a lap down at one point during this race.
He's just coming off a late dosage of spinning Justin Ricci. Seems that there's been a lot of doing that tonight.
All right, well, Tree Slasher Jr. is really going to have one of the best short trackers in the business behind him, and Evan Todd is looking for win number 3 on the season, his first not on a road course.
He has a
Oh no, wait, I said correctly. He won. Yeah, he had a win at Martinsville.
Yeah, you can't forget about his Martinsville win. So Evan Taddy's more of a dangerous driver since he's been very good at these short tracks.
Green flag.
Here we go.
Even restart by both groups.
Oh,
Tree wasn't able to get by him. Oh, he's getting aggressive right there.
Bad idea, Evan.
Oh, the 26 is right in the wall now.
Oh, stay up there.
Evan made it work.
And Mooch goes backwards.
And he's going for the lead, I think.
Evan's going for the lead. He's trying to go for win number 3 on the season. Donnie has not won since Sonoma.
Tree's going to hold him off for now. Oh, they're 3 wide from 6.
Well, Mooch has stopped the free fall. He's in 5th right now.
These guys are just going ape shit.
They settle it out. Marinelli holds the spot over Donlin.
Yeah, but like I said, Alan Mooch has stopped the free fall. He's now 5th, and he's got 4th from Russell.
Whoa!
Let's see what
Russell
these guys can
wins.
do. Oh! That was a close one.
Careful.
Paul's getting a little impatient with Caleb, but Gary Russell's slowing down at the moment as these guys are just trying to find a way around each other, but Gary's just ended up causing the problem for most of these people.
How about that 82 car of Zach Stern? Wait, who's in the 82 car? Is it Stern?
It is Stern.
No, it's McCall. Oh, it is Stern.
All right, so Zach Stern in the 82 running 3rd right now, having himself a pretty fantastic night after where he's been. And look who's marching through the field again. It's Paul Diamond in that 32 car.
Now he's stuck in a fight with Tanner Campos as both drivers are fighting for that 7th spot, I believe. And I think Campos might have an opportunity, but his car might be too banged up to put up a fight against the much cleaner car of Paul Donlin. But maybe getting held up by Colin Dover could help him.
Yeah, and also Caleb Marinelli beaten and battered. He's running 6th, so 3 playoff drivers inside the top 10 right now. With Evan Toddy in the top 5, trying to go for win number 3.
Don't forget Tyler King running there in 10th now, side by side for 9th. Anthony Sasso sliding.
Watch it. He's in the wall, and they're wrecking, and he's going to go to the inside, and caution's out again. No I'm surprised, no caution.
No caution.
Wow.
Oh, yellow?
Smart call by the officials there. Yeager going back down pit road. That's been the story of his night.
They're going to continue to let him race as Toddy stalks Tree Slasher.
Yeah, Mooch just stuck behind 2 lap cars of Dylan Jones and Logan Speed, it looks like. Or is that Big G?
Here comes Evan. He might have an opportunity right here.
Evan's going to put it. Nope. I thought Evan was going to put Tree on the outside and give him some hell on the inside, but no, I guess not.
Is he going to put the bumper to him? No, he's not.
Oh, he's going to put the bumper to him.
He's
threatening it. He's going to the inside.
Got it.
Yeah, and he's trapped on the outside.
Oh.
And Evan Toddy battling for the lead. That's going to let Zach Stern catch him. Yeah, and Evan Toddy's car is mostly clean. Not a lot of damage on it. So he's easily going to take the lead here.
Not so fast. Tree Slasher fighting back.
Oh, if they keep racing, it's going to let Stern get to him.
And he's got him now. Evan Toddy out front of Bristol.
Impressive for that young kid. A lot of frustration during the closing stages of the regular season, but definitely he's coming back to life at the right time for Evan Toddy. And now let's see how fast this 89 car can do now that he has the clean air ahead of some very strong drivers.
Logan Speed, Dylan Jones battling in front of Alan Mooch. Watch those lap cars behind Zach Stern right now.
Here, this fight for 5th place. Gary Russell trying to hold off the 2 playoff drivers. Tanner drives it in deep.
Oh,
Careful, Tanner. You've been involved in like 6 or 7 of those.
He's been in
That's how you got involved.
7 incidents for Tanner Campos, and he is running top 10.
Tanner is one of the people who just can't accept failure. He will not give up when it matters most.
Back here, you've got Trevor Davidson trying to work his way back through the field, stuck in the mid-teens, racing with Brandon Allen.
Yeah, and once again, those lap cars really... Oh, Paul Donlin here. He's battling with Campos. He's got the 04 of Big G behind him. And he's trying to go for 7th on Campos.
Oh, 3
Kate
wide.
Bishop back on the track.
3 wide.
Oh,
don't do that. Don't do that.
Bad idea.
Contact. More contact made.
Oh.
He's banging down the front stretch.
Nearly
You're
wrecked
right
it.
at the
Oh,
wall.
no. 3 wide into turn 1. Jesus.
At least they didn't wreck this time. They definitely got lucky.
Lucky break there, indeed.
Tyler King with the big run. He's going to try to get clear here. And Evan is in the lead. Oh, yeah, we saw that.
I was about to say if Evan... With Evan leading, and he's just counting off the laps, and he's hearing what his spotter tell him what's going on behind him, Evan's probably just saying, "Shut up! Don't tell me what's going on behind me. I don't want to hear about it." Because the last thing he wants to see is a caution.
With a 1.7 second lead, caution would be pretty demoralizing. Here's Tyler King.
Without a doubt.
Second lead, and that would
We got
immediately
4
clutch
playoff
everything.
drivers all within a bubble of each other.
Here's Tyler King to the outside of Paul Donlin. Haven't seen too many cars be able to pass the 32, but the 28 is definitely one of them.
Yeah, Paul Donlin had clean air for quite a while, and he was making the most of it. But now he's not. Now he's not in the clean air. Yeah, you're starting to see the car fall off.
Tanner Campos trying to get through Caleb. 7 incidents. Cannot get over the 7 incidents, and he's in 7th.
That must be his lucky number right now because it's going to keep him in the postseason for at least another race. And if he can actually put it together in Coda, then I think he'll be fine in Denver.
Know how Tanner Campos is. He's one of those people who doesn't even have luck. He's usually finds himself in trouble, but this is a rare time where he's actually benefiting from most of his luck, and it's
And look at this lead. It's a demoralizing 2.4 seconds for Evan over Tree.
what he needs. He just needs to pull away.
Oh, by the way, no pressure for Evan. He's got to hold off this field for 52 more laps. And hope a caution doesn't come out in that time frame.
Oh, please. Paul Donlin gets back around Tanner Campos. So now Tyler King is going to go after this 15. He's simultaneously going to go to the outside to try to get Gary Russell.
Oh, careful, boys. Right now, Toddy's going to have his spot locked up into the next round. Campos plus 41 to the good. And then Tyler King's 40 to the good. And Big G will be the first one out by 5 to Kyler Scott.
Look how easy that pass was for Caleb.
No kidding.
With
As
no
damage-
hood on it. Looks like a modified, and he's managed to make passes work with a car that should be behind the wall.
Again, that's short track racing for you. You can take a beaten up race car and put it in the top 5.
That is true.
Now let's see what Tyler King can do. He's only Tyler King's really only been able to make passes on the out. Actually, you haven't really seen too many passes by Tyler King on the inside. So
He might have to start on people.
Yeah, I think it's like, oh, speaking of that, at least he about shoved Russell out of his way. Alan Wood shoved to the outside, battling with Stern for third. Mooch makes that stick on the outside.
Oh, here comes Campos
Oh,
on the
Stern
outside.
Stern has better lean on the inside. Oh, careful. Out in front, it's a demoralizing 3.5 second lead for Evan Toddy here.
Here's Tyler
Like,
King.
I mean, it's... Oh, Tyler King shoving Russell to the outside.
He's going to get him.
Yeah, now he's starting to... Now Tyler King's starting to use muscle.
All clear.
Oh, Caden coming. Oh,
Caden,
boy.
oh, careful.
Oh, don't come up. Don't come up.
He came up. He came up. He came up. He came up.
Here's Tyler King
wide.
trying to come back.
Way up on the outside.
Into the wall and around they go.
Oh, no, they're again.
Oh, no.
Caution's out.
Remember that caution?
2 playoff drivers.
There it is.
There it is. And he had a 4.31 second lead over Trey. And now I can just hear Evan slamming the steering wheel, screaming a whole bunch of expletives that I can't say. Oh, unlucky break. 4.37 second lead erased in the blink of an eye.
I mean, he's got the speed, but he just gotta hope he can seal the deal in these closing stages.
And Alan Mooch actually did get by Zach Stern for third. Oh, look who's behind Evan Toddy. It's his teammate of Quinn Yeager.
Well, not really. He's a left line.
Yeah, that won't stay the same for long. We got 43 to go, by the way. 207 laps have been completed.
Everyone's going to stay out here. No one plans on pitting. Really can't pit.
I don't think
this
you
late
can
in the
really
race.
pit. Yeah, you cannot really pit at this point. If you pit now, you're just putting yourself potentially out of the contention for the win because you have to have that clean air. So you definitely have to risk it from here on out. And I can't blame Evan for staying out because he's just putting himself in a horrible spot if he does pit. So it'd probably be best to just stay out from here on out.
Even if he doesn't pit and he's got older tires, then he's running the risk of not being able to pass these lap cars and letting Treese Lawson Jr. and Alan Mooch have a chance to get him.
I don't think they have to worry about lap cars because the cautions have been coming out so frequently that they don't have to worry about it.
Well, here's a replay of what happened. Caden came up and then he just put Marinelli and King into the wall.
Yeah, I don't think either of them is going to be too happy with Caden after that one.
No, Caden, this is the second time Caden has done that during this run, where he's been coming up in front of traffic while they were battling for position. So I think the officials need to calm the lap down cars that are exiting pit road because they've been causing a lot of problems for those guys who are actually battling for position.
And I also point out that we are extremely lucky that did not end up any worse than it was.
You're right.
Yeah, because that had a chance to be extremely bad.
That could have taken out Donlin and Campos.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they definitely got lucky right there.
Hey, look, Taylor Campos found the lucky horseshoe.
Not for long.
About time.
Yeah, it's about time he has luck, but it's not going to last long.
Caden,
I believe it.
Caden made contact and pushed Caleb into Tyler King.
Oh, yeah.
I
don't think Tyler King and Caleb are going to be happy about that, so I'm expecting a pit road brawl after this race.
There's absolutely going to be a brawl.
I mean, there's probably going to be a lot of brawls.
I think the whole field's just going to get involved in a brawl. Even the race winner's just going to brawl with somebody, whether that's Evan or Tree or Alan or somebody else.
I don't think. If Alan Mooch wins, he'll probably be regretting switching from a Minion from Ford to a Minion. That's what I was trying to say.
Speaking of brawls, the championship standings is getting a little spicy with a lot of people trying to fight their way in, while others are just trying to find a way to get closer to the other drivers above the cutoff.
Yeah, and look at Ricci. He's plus 36, and that's where he started the night. But he's dropped to 4th in the standings because Evan's leading. Donlin's been doing really well. Campos is shocking everyone by doing really well. And Tyler King has tiebreaker right now.
Green flat, and Kyler Scott is on the cut line.
Yeah, he's got a 5-point cushion over Big G.
Whoa.
And Roden's 10 behind. Oh, Evan.
Oh, they had a stack up on the restart. I don't know what the lead lap cars were doing.
3 wide, Campos underneath Roberto Crown Jr.
Oh God, that's
Not a good
gonna be
restart.
good.
Yeah, not a good restart. But Evan had a really fantastic one. Everyone behind him, I don't know what they were doing. They just stacked up. Oh, I don't see this ending well behind
Oh,
him.
they're 3 wide again.
Oh, here comes
I
Campos.
don't
He's
like
making a
that.
move on Evan. He's making a move
Careful.
on Holland over. And potentially
Careful.
Gary Russell.
Careful, Tanner. Careful. You've already been involved in 7 incidents. We don't need an 8th one from you, buddy. Hayden back on pit road.
Berto Crown Jr. now getting stuck behind this 22, who's stuck behind the 04, and Paul Donlin's up to 4th.
All right, Mooch has found his line back in, found a way back to the inside line, so he'll be sticking around in 3rd. Now he's got to try and get by Dylan Jones if he wants a shot at Tree and Evan. Quinn Yeager and Caden Bishop going back on the pit lane.
Side by side, they continue to run. Campos holding 6th right now. How about Justin Newman up in this fight? We have not seen the 6 in the top 10 all day. And here he is running 9th in this battle for 5th.
Justin Newman is like one of those ants that you just can't kill because he always finds a way to get into these races when it gets chaotic. So Justin Newman's one of the safest drivers that can stay out of trouble and
Tree's falling backwards. Tree's going backwards. Mooch up to 2nd. Donlin's up to 3rd.
He just gave up the spot to his teammate Donlin.
Well, it's probably the best right there
car.
because one's fighting for the championship and the other isn't.
Yeah, now it's 1 lap car standing between Mooch, Donlin, and Toddy, and it's the 94 of Logan Speed.
Well,
Mooch
right
and
now,
Donlin battle for 2nd.
Crossover move by Donlin. Oh, what a run.
He's going to get it right there. Oh, he's got a massive run. Wow, what a move by the 32 car.
Here comes Donlin, and I think Evan's in trouble if Donlin gets by Logan Speed at all.
He's got to get by Alan Mooch first.
Right now, Alan Mooch is being a pest who won't go away, and Evan needs to have a corner like he did the previous lap.
Alan Mooch really showing up to race tonight.
That all this battling is great for Evan Toddy. He's now up to his 2nd and 3/4, and we got another spin. It's Ricci and Tyler.
Tyler King, Justin Ricci involved, Raven Dagan also involved. That's just bad luck, man.
Justin Ricci cannot catch a break tonight. And that caution is huge for Paul Donlin because
1.63 second lead erased.
He is
and
Donlin be right on his ball.
got 2nd.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be right on his tail on this restart. And honestly, I think that 32 car can honestly get around that 89.
He's got much fresher tires to boot.
That is true. He's got the freshest rubber out of anyone, so he definitely could make a run at that 89 car when we get back racing.
Evan's not going to have the cushion of Logan Speed between himself, Donlin, and Mooch. So I think Evan's a sitting duck no matter what he does.
Oh,
just
Raven!
replay what happened.
Raven just hooked the 12.
Yeah, he got loose a little bit and then came down into Justin, and then it was just on from there. And once again, it's the points leader, it's the regular season champion getting wrecked again. It's been the running theme all night.
Right there, you see, Ricci makes a massive move through the middle, and then Raven gets loose, and Ricci just about has him clear, and then he doesn't.
He doesn't. Yeah, because, like I said, Raven got loose coming off the turn, then he comes down into Ricci, and then they just melee into the wall. I feel bad for Rocket League because they've essentially been putting their sponsorship on a pay driver.
Here's the Ricci's perspective. He was clear, and then Raven gets the run, stays in the gas, and gets loose.
Yeah. Why did you? I don't know why he stayed in the.
Because that's what I'm questioning.
I don't know why he stayed in the gas. If your car is loose, then it would be better to lift. But I guess they didn't teach that to Raven Diggin. $25 to go. Next time by.
Here's the standings as they run. Carter Jones and Kyler Scott, Brandon Allen, Dylan Jones, they're all way closer to that cut line than they want to be.
A little too close for comfort there.
A lot of guys are having some decently good nights while others are having bad ones, but honestly, the people who are fighting to keep their season alive are honestly not in serious trouble like expected.
And
look at Logan Speed. Yeah, he's way on the apron. Yep, he blew up. And there will be no cushion for Evan Toddy. Donald could get to the inside here if we don't have any lap cars. Right as I say that, never mind. There's Dylan Jones and the others coming.
So on this restart, your top 5 is going to be Evan Toddy, Paul Donlin, Alan Booch, Tree Slasher Jr., and Tanner Campos. Which one of them?
It's gonna be dicey, but I'm still sticking to my guns. What I said earlier before the green flag jumped, and I think Donlin's gonna get this 3rd win in a row. Here we go.
Green flag. Not a great restart for Toddy.
He had a slow one right there, but it was enough to beat the lap cars, but it definitely wasn't the best from the 89 car. So he needs to find a way to pull away from Paul Donlin, who's right on his tail.
To the outside.
Toddy went inside, and here comes Donlin. Donlin's got to run into one.
Toddy shoves up the track. Donlin trying to hold.
Oh, he's fighting back.
Donlin cuts him off.
And look who's still in the picture here.
He's got it. Paul Donlin to the lead.
Now
22.
Top, not letting Toddy take that line.
22 laps to go for Paul Donlin right now. Which is cleared Dylan Jones. Now he's going after Evan Toddy for 2nd. So the battle is going to be for 2nd right behind Paul Donlin. If they keep battling, Donlin's going to get some room to run away.
Side by side behind him, here's Justin Newman running 8th, the highest he's been all day.
Yeah, Justin Newman just will not go away. He's been quietly good this entire race. And that's despite having some damage on the nose of the car. Look how crunched up that hood is.
And Caleb Marinelli looking for a way around him. 4th place.
Tanner Campos up to 4th. He's gotten by Tree. And Roberto Crown follows Tanner. Tree Schlager Jr.'s car is giving up the ghost. And Paul Donlin up to a 1.12 second lead after getting it away from Evan Toddy after the not-so-good restart from that number 89 car.
Yeah.
Paul Donlin is a menace right now. He's been about 3/10 faster than the field.
Yeah, once Paul Donlin gets in that clean air, I think it's just good night satellite. Well, here's Caleb Marinelli trying to go after Justin Newman for 7th. That is for position. Justin Newman, the highest he's been all night long.
Up to 7th. Tree Slasher Jr. right in front of him is slow.
Yeah, so I feel like Caleb and Justin have to be careful with Tree, especially because he is a slower car.
But they have to settle their own battles and get around these lap cars as quickly as can because they're still behind a few of them, and they're just trying to fight each other to get back to the bottom because that's the only way to really pass them.
Coming off the pit lane again. Got to watch that one car.
He's staying on the apron. He's not going to jump in.
I think the officials told him to cool it.
Roberto Crown Jr. got around Tanner Campos for 4th place.
Yeah, now he's going to go after Alan Mooch for 3rd. Mooch is still trying to go after Evan Toddy, but Toddy's kind of gotten a little bit of a gap between himself and the 26. Coming down to it.
He's fighting.
Tanner Campos. This is a great recovery, and this is just a great way for him to set the tone. You know, when Tanner Campos has a habit of when he wins, it's almost always in dominant fashion. Rarely is it ever contested when Tanner wins. I think a run like this is big for him. Just a lot of adversity, and maybe he doesn't get the win, but he's pulled through, and he's about to get a really good result.
Again,
He's
just a
definitely
reminder.
established himself. He's definitely established himself as a potential strong championship contender, and he has the experience more than Justin Ritchie has in this playoff type of system. So he definitely has the opportunity to make a statement early on, and having a night like this really gives himself the mojo of having that confidence that he needs to make a run at getting his first career championship.
Going to be 10 to go when Paul Donnelly gets across the stripe, and Tanner Campos has a 44-point cushion over the cut line headed into Coda. 11 to go for Paul Donnelly.
Now Trevor Davidson here, up to 7th, or looking for 7th rather. He's going to get it. Now Caleb Marinelli's going to go after Tree Slasher. Trevor Davidson has been one of probably the biggest surprise of the season. He has not necessarily been very consistent. He peaked as high as 5th in points this season. Fell back to about 15th by the end of the regular season, but he won at Talladega, and he has shown a lot of speed occasionally. And when he is good, he is really good.
Yeah, that's just goes to show you how good Paul PD Motorsports has been all season long. Like, when they get it rolling, there's no stopping that team. They are a two-man juggernaut. And Paul Donald's got it up to a 4.19 second lead. If a caution comes out now, race ends and Donald wins.
It's like it's tough for Paul Donald to win, but like you said, it's like you can never know what could happen in the final few laps. But right now, it's looking like a Paul Donald win, as the points battle is going to be interesting heading into the next race if this race ended at the moment.
Without a doubt, 5 to go this time by.
This is a position I have not sure I've ever thought I would have to think about. I now have to think about what I'm going to say for a driver winning 3 races in a row. This has never happened before.
Who would have thought that Paul Donald, who has been quiet throughout most of the regular season, clutches his way into the playoffs with 2 straight wins, is about to win his 3rd straight race after seeing Justin Ritchie dominate the regular season, Tanner Campos and Caden Bishop having great seasons, and now Paul Donlin has established himself as potentially the strongest championship contender by winning his 3rd straight race in a row. It's unbelievable.
And he has no contest. 2 laps to go. Lap traffic unlikely to play a factor.
It can start slowing down at this rate because it doesn't seem like anyone's going to challenge that 32 car, yet alone anybody. He's the hottest driver on the grid.
5.48 seconds for Paul Donlin as he's going to see the white flag this time by. Here we go. Final lap here at Bristol.
This is going to be one of the largest winning margins. And after 2 races in a row where he steals it late, Paul Donlin's going to cement himself as perhaps the title favorite. Paul Donlin 3 in a row at Bristol.
Rest in peace. Donlin does it 3 times.
Wow. Just wow. That Paul Donlin is lighting the world on fire with all these wins in a row. He just made himself the favorite for the championship now.
Top 5 behind Paul Donlin, Evan Toddy, Alan Mooch, Roberto Crown Jr., and then Justin Newman.
Massive run for Justin Newman to get into that top 5. Also big runs for Alan Mooch and Roberto Crown, and we're going to take a look at your race results here. Paul Donlin is going to lock himself into the round of 12 with that win. Evan Toddy, he's got to be frustrated. He could arguably have won the last 4 races, and instead Paul Donlin has won the last 3.
Alan Mooch with his best finish of the season after a 4th in Richmond. It's now a 3rd here in Bristol.
A lot of good playoff drivers salvaging some good results like Tanner Campos, Trevor Davidson, Caleb Marinelli, Tyler King, Brandon Allen, Carter Jones, and Dylan Jones all managed to survive this race with top 20 results. Definitely going to help those guys a little bit in the championship standings and help keep their championship hopes alive for a little bit.
Yeah, well, not so lucky for Justin Ricci, Carly Arenda, Caden Bishop, Kyler Scott, JD Bregler, Kyler Scott, and Kylie Greider. They had really bad nights. 21st for Justin Ricci, 25th for Big G, Caden Bishop, 26th, 28th for Kyler Scott, 31st goes to Patrick Roden, Kylie Greider 35th, and Bregler was the worst of them in 37th.
And those last three are going to be double digits below the cut line after this race. Giancarlo Urenda is also going to join them below the cut line. Here's your championship standings after Bristol. Paul Donlin through to the round of 12 with the win at Bristol. Tanner Campos now 42 points to the good. Justin Ricci is 37 points to the good. And then right on that cut line, you have Brandon Allen 8 above, Carter Jones 6, Kyler Scott 5 above, and then Giancarlo Urenda 5 below. Thank you to Tanner Campos and Alan Gonson for tuning in today, for commentating with me today. Up next will be Circuit of the Americas, live from the Inferno Zach channel. Post-race coverage continues in the MLNCS garage. We will see you there.
Yeah.